Alright, take two on this. Got our thermistor test set up here. Turn my meter on. Again, we're connected to battery negative. You could go to sensor ground, but this will work for demonstration just as well. Thermistor circuit could be an intake air temp in this case. It could be a coolant temp. It doesn't really matter. Thermistor circuit testing is thermistor circuit testing. In this case, it's about 70 degrees in here, man, maybe 65. Intake air, car hasn't been running. We've got a reading of 4.11 volts, okay? That's a good reading. If this sensor was shorted internally and it shorted itself to ground, it would be reading 0, okay? Let's say it was reading 0. I'll just move my lead. Let's say that sensor was reading 0, okay? It shorted internally itself to ground. You're measuring it, it's reading 0. Do you know if the computer is good or the thermistor shorted to ground? How do you tell? Real easy. Unplug it. Take that path to ground away. Hey look, 5 volts. Guess what? You see that little guy? That ECM? He puts out 5 volts on this wire to the thermistor. Doesn't matter if it's an intake air or an engine coolant temp. Unplug it, you should have 5 volts in one. And the other being a ground circuit, you should have less than 50 millivolts because it's a sensor ground on that ground circuit, and which we do, by the way. I measured it earlier. Key is on right now, 5 volts. I'll plug it back in, measuring it. Okay, 412 now, went up just a hair, but close enough. That's how you do it. Like I said, if you're measuring it and it's reading 0, sensor could be shorted internally to ground, or the ECM could not be sending out the 5 volt on that. How to tell? Unplug the sensor. If you see 5 volt reading, guess what? Put an intake air temp in. If you don't have a 5 volt reading on that tan wire, double check your connection, and then you need to make sure that guy has power and grounds and your wire's good the whole way back. And it's pretty simple. Thermistor testing's easy. It's quick. If you have a scan tool, it's even quicker, but that's pretty much it.